Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to do the LED and then the LED with a button on the Arduino. So what we're going to need is one breadboard, one LED, two jumper wires, and one 220 ohm resistor. And if you want to do it with the button, you're going to need the button, four jumper wires, and a 10k ohm resistor. I'm gonna be doing the setup, the hardware setup on a simulation because it's clearer for you guys what I'm connecting to where. So first attach the LED onto the breadboard. Take the 220 resistor and add it onto the crooked part of the LED under it. Because in a breadboard these all are connected. So this is gonna be connected with this. The anode has to be connected to here. Okay? And then as this is the negative, connected over here. And then take this, connect it onto whatever pin you want to use. We're going to be using 13, and we can make this black if we want, because that's what we usually use for ground, and then this can be red. Now this is how the hardware setup. We're going to do the coding now. Okay, now for the coding, we're going to, in the setup area, we're gonna first, because this is the setup and that's the loop goes continuous, the setup, like where you set up the pins and any variables you're gonna be using. Okay, so for the setup, we're gonna have the pin, and the pin is an output. So pin mode, and we're using pin 13 as you can see over here. So pin mode 13, comma, output, in all caps. And then, this is the loop. Now what we're gonna do is a blinking light. So digital right, because digital, as we're using digital pins, and right because we're like giving it a signal, like we're sending information, like it's an output. But if it was like a button, we would use digital read. So we're sending it to pin 13, and it has two states, high or low. High is on, so we want it on, and then we're gonna give it a delay of 1 second. Oh, I forgot that every line here has to end with a semicolon. And then give it a delay of 1 second because it's in milliseconds, it's 1000. And then we can redo this. But here we make it low. So it will continuously turn on and off. Now we'll test it. So let's start the simulation. And as you can see, it turns on, and then 1 second later it turns back off and on, off and on. And this is just a quick reminder of what you're going to be needing to do with the button. Now we're going to do it. So for the hardware setup of the button, we're going to place the button over here on the breadboard. Now rotate this resistor. It has to be a 10k ohm resistor. And now we're going to get the 5-volt power, come over here and onto this positive terminal. Then we're going to attach this positive to this side of the button, and then from here it's going to go into the pin 2, and from here it's going to go to pin to the ground pin. And now let's color code it, because black, wait, this was supposed to be red. This can be blue because it's giving input, and this is red. Okay, so what's going on here is that the 5-volt is coming through here, and then it's going into this button, and then we're going to be checking if the button is pushed or not. And we're going to do that if the power is flowing, then it's pushed, then it's not pushed. If it's not flowing, then it's pushed. Okay, and yeah, that's the hardware setup. Now onto the code. Now for the code of the button, because there's a new component, we're gonna set a new and we're gonna put it in the setup, and it's pin 2, so we put it in pin 2 and all caps input. Now fix this and put a semicolon, don't forget that, and we have a new integer state, and this is where we're going to be storing the state of the button. Digital read, and we're reading from pin 2, so 2. And now we're going to use a conditional statement, so if bracket state equals high, which is when it is pressed. So when the current the 5 volt does not come back, so that's when it's pressed, and we put curly brackets here. Now we won't need the delays anymore, so that we can get rid of them. And then copy this and put it in this conditional statement. So if that's happening, and now else, if the button isn't pressed, then we're gonna turn it off. So I'll delete this. Okay, the code is done. Now let's test it out and start the simulation. So let it initialize. Oh yeah, we forgot a colon here, so you should never forget the colons. And let's try it again. It should work now, and as you see, it's working. So let's press the button, and you see it turns on. If we let go, it turns back off. So it's working, and we're done with this setup also. That's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like it, and comment what other tutorials I should make on Arduino, or if you want Raspberry Pi.